What's up, guys? It's your boy Invest World. That sounds really weird to say. I mean, most of y'all know me as Big Folds, but Invest World, whatever. We're gonna be doing this a lot now. I want to start uploading here a lot. Sorry for the extended break. A big thing about investments, man, is you really got to get the foundation there. So before I started just blurring advice in every which direction to everybody, I wanted to get some more experience in the game. I am still very young. I'm 29 years old, but I want to start this journey because I think the future of what I'm going to build and what hopefully I'll build with some of you guys is going to be very, very special and something that we look back on and think, wow, like we came a long way. Like right now, I look like a bum. I'm sitting here with a headset microphone because I don't have my mic with me. I don't have my good camera with me, my good lighting. I'm in some random bedroom with a bed in the back. And you know what? We're going to make some amazing advice, though. If you guys can do me a favor, man, drop a like on this video. I know I disappeared for a very long time on this channel, but I'm back now. I'm going to be dropping you guys some absolute bangers, and I hope you guys are into this kind of video because it's so important and it's so vital to your life. The thing is, some people can sit down and watch this type of content and watch it and watch it and watch it and learn, and other people will watch it and get so bored you might be clicking off the video already. But I hope you're not that kind of person because this is very important stuff to learn. There's very important things that are going to be said in this video and the future videos that can shape the future of your life. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Hope you guys are prepared for that. And I'm going to learn a lot on the way too. So with that being said, in today's video, what we're going to be talking about and discussing and doing is bad investments, bad real estate investments in particular. I have some other videos I want to go into. I really, I want to dive into 401ks and why I personally don't like them. I don't think they're good. But that's a different video than this video in specific because there's something that's been happening a lot in the space that I'm in that I've personally seen over and over and over again. And I think it's a common misconception or a common just thing that isn't known by a lot of people that I think is very, very, very important for people to learn. Now, recently, I've been watching this show on Netflix, and it's called Buy My House, right? It's a show called Buy My House, and basically, it's kind of like Shark Tank if you guys have ever watched that. These people come in, they pitch their house, they try to sell it to the sharks or whatever they're called on the show, and a lot of it is really focused around the short-term rental marketplace. The short-term rental, like, hey, this can make X amount per month on short-term rentals, and I've noticed that on the show, and not only on the show, but investors that I've worked with, friends that I have who are beginning to think about investing into the business, this common thing that everyone's doing, which is they want to find a local or just in a general place that they like that's a vacation resort where you have these massive lake homes, you have beach homes, you have riverfront homes, you have stuff like this where the purchase price of the home is $1.2 million, $1.5 million, $2 million, $800,000, right? You have all these crazy expensive things that goes on. Now, I have a personal experience with this, right? So, I meet with these investors that are out from the West Coast. They're out from LA. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm based in Kansas City. My business currently is based in Kansas City. I'm going to be branching out to other areas soon, and I'm going to bring you guys along the ride for that. I'm actually very close to closing on another home, and I plan on vlogging that experience for you guys and kind of bringing you along for the ride. So, like the thing with me is the last home that I bought was last August, so just over a year ago now. And the ROI that I seen on that home was 125% first year, right? So I went in, bought it, did all the furnishing, did all the work. It was a lot of work, but in the first year I got 125% ROI. Now, a lot of people think here 125% ROI in real estate, and honestly, that's not even me adding up all the things like appreciation, the pay down of the mortgage, and things of that nature. The improvements I've made on the house, the overall like even higher appreciation. Like honestly, the 125% is a rather conservative estimate, right? So I met with these investors from LA, and currently they're doing a lot of house flips in the area, and that's why they're out in Kansas City because there's a lot of opportunity there. You can buy, a shitty house for 80K, you can fix it up, resell it for 200K, bada bing, bada boom, right? That's a lot of people's bread and butter. Now, the reason why I don't necessarily like house flips, and I've thought about it, I've never done it, so I can't fully speak on it, but in that instance, let's say they buy the house for 80K, they put 50,000 into it, they flip it then for it's probably more or less like 180,000, maybe 200,000 if they're lucky, right? So looking at that, you're looking at like at maximum of 70,000 profit, probably in a time span of 6 months to a year. Now, if you take the buying fees and the selling fees into consideration, because it's such a short-term thing, let's say you're looking at $50,000 in profit for a year's of work, right? Now, what I just told you is that I'm getting a 125% ROI, and I already got all my money back first year, and now that 125% ROI is continuing to compound because I'm taking the money, I'm buying another 125% ROI, and if you keep compounding 125% ROIs, guess where you end up? On Shark Tank. I don't know. You end up somewhere glorious that hopefully I hope to see someday because things have been going really great and I continue to build that and continue to do great things. The new house that I'm buying, I think, is going to be around a 100% ROI. That's what I'm hoping for. Purchase price for this one's cheap. I'm getting it for 155K, meaning that we're putting around 40,000 in. So I'm hoping the first year of rentals I can make 40,000 out of it, which would be 100% ROI. Continuing. So the problem with everyone's investments is they look at these bigger resort type areas, whether it be a lake or a beach or whatever, like I said, or they want to be in LA, or they want to be near Disney World, or they want to be somewhere, some type of attraction. They want to be in Vegas, right? Like these are things that when people think of, I want to make a short term rental, this is what they think, right? Now, the problem with that is, and the reason why that doesn't exactly work is because of this. So, if I'm a consumer, right? I'm going on vacation with 12 people. Me and my family are going to head out on a trip, right? We might look at a lot of different areas, or maybe we've done this before, and we're used to paying, say, $3,000 for a weekend. $2,000 for a weekend, $4,000 for a weekend, whatever the price may be, it's pretty similar, right? If you go to Vegas, the thing is, there is probably 1,000 houses that could host more than 1,000 houses. There's tons of houses that could host 12 people that would all probably, range in the 2 to 3,000 to 4,000 for a weekend or whatever for a 3 or 4 day stay. And because there's so many of them, they are all priced competitively, right? Now the thing is, in Vegas, a house that would command that type of $1,000 a night type vibe might cost you 800,000, might cost you 1.1 million, might cost you 700,000, might cost you 1.6 million, right? And the difference between a 1.1 million and an 800K house isn't that much. So on a nightly rate, you still have to kind of be competitive with them, right? Now, when you get into a smaller market, right? Like I'm in Kansas City, I'm looking to go into Iowa soon. There's a lot of opportunity here that I've been seeing. Um, the home prices just aren't that, right? So when you have a consumer, someone traveling from Boston, right? They're used to paying, or they're expecting to pay this $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for a weekend type night. But the difference is the purchase price in my home that can glorify that $1,000 night is $300,000. Right? So if you look at the ROIs there between a Vegas or in a Florida area, it's around the same thing, right? You're looking at a basically 3 times return, higher return. The thing with a short-term rental or an Airbnb is no matter what you're doing, like in any house that you look at, it's going to be a positive return. It's going to be something you want to get into. But that's why I don't do my deals based off Airbnb numbers, because if you do it based off Airbnb numbers, every deal is a good deal. But that's just the thing. Every deal is not a good deal. So when I met with these investors, they had a investment property out in Big Bear Lake, California, that they bought for like 650,000. I believe it was like a 3 bed, 2 bath, and I quickly, like within 5 minutes of meeting them, of them telling me this, I ran some numbers literally just on my mobile device and basically proved to them that it was a terrible investment. I was like, uh, yeah, you should sell this. Like, here's why. Here's my home that I bought here for 300,000. That's actually outperforming your house. That's worth double the value. And not to mention, I mean, California has terrible tax laws and all that stuff. You don't want to deal with it, right? So very, very popular opinion is you need to go to some type of vacation resort or whatever. You don't need to do that. You need to go to an area that has demand, but not the most demand. If it has the most demand, that means you're competing with 1,000 other people that have hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to invest in the area. There's a bunch of houses that compete with it. Whereas where I'm at, the $300,000 house that's probably 400,000 now, that's in question, is a 7 bedroom, 5 bathroom, 2 kitchen house that can park probably 20 cars with full privacy from neighbors. there's not houses like that where I live. And that's why I'm able to get a 3 times higher return for that property than people who are buying properties in these popular resort lake town type areas, right? I keep occupancy. It's great. Okay. Another thing I want to quickly mention about that is something I've always studied with this whole like world is there's an exit plan, right? There's always an exit plan with any investment that you make. Um, but real estate's changing because I've noticed, and I studied this a lot before I even started getting into this business, that basically what's going to happen eventually one day is these huge institutional investors, whether it's Marriott or Hilton or any institutional player, they're going to come into a guy like me who has 5 properties or 10 properties or 20 properties, and they're going to buy my whole portfolio for 3 times the cost of what it is, right? And the reason why that is because currently this isn't like short-term rentals aren't classified as like an asset class, right? You can just go buy a house, turn it into a short-term rental as long as you follow like local laws and rules of HOA and all that stuff. And now you have not only the property, not only the land, etc., but you also have a business there. So now you're able to sell it for 2 times, 3 times the profit if someone is buying it as a cash flow opportunity. And that show actually made me realize that because they were taking houses that were worth 500,000, they were buying them for 700,000 because they realized, oh, this is a business. This is going to make $20,000 a month in cash flow. So I will buy that, for 700,000. It's a great investment. So that's the reason why, in my opinion, this world is the best space to get into. There's just a lot of knowledge that goes into it. There's a lot of learning. There's a lot of hardship, and overall, there's a lot of money that you have to have at the start of all this. But I've noticed that change started to happen because that's the first time I've ever heard of one of these things selling for a higher rate because of the income producing ability that that house has. Now, two quick ending things. I just wanted to bring this up to just kind of get your mind thinking. That's what a lot of these videos are going to be about. Like, just throw it on while you're, banging your girl or whatever you're doing, and just kind of think about the things that I'm putting through your head because these are things that I think about, and I think that the more that you think about and do and participate in type of conversation like this, the more likelihood you have to succeed, and I think that's very important. Um, so I really do one thing I want to do really badly over the next probably have it ready in like a year, maybe 2 tops. I want to have open investments. So right now I work with a couple of investors, like I mentioned. Um, right now it's just mostly people I know or people that I've came in contact with. I've never done anything like this on like the internet. But what I essentially would want to do is have like a fund where, hey, I found this home that I want to buy. We're gonna need 100,000 all in on it, and then have the opportunity for people like you guys to buy into that home at the same like you would get the same share of anyone, right? So if someone gave 50,000, they would get the same return on their money as if you gave $500, or the lowest might be like 1,000 or something. I really want to do that because I think power in numbers is big. I mean, if you look at all the people in the world that own like this apartment building I live in, big apartment building, right? Probably worth 20 million dollars or something like that. The likeliness that me or you is ever going to get that on our own is pretty difficult. But the likeliness of if we have 50 of us together and we all throw in whatever, the likeliness goes way, way, way up. So I think that type of investment I'm really interested in because one, I want to help everyone make money. I want to help everyone win. And two, it just opens a lot of opportunity for me. I'm obsessed with this, dude. This is the stuff that I do every day. Like I think about every day. Every day I wake up, I instantly open all my apps that I have any type of finance on. I look at the gains, the losses. I think about moves I could be making. I think about helping people. Like I help a lot of people in real life. I don't ask them for money or anything. I'm just like, hey, bro, like, what's your portfolio look like? Let me try to switch it up for you a little bit, give you some pointers, get you going this way instead of that way. Once again, not a financial advisor, but I feel like I've done a lot of research, and I think that I'm experienced enough. I don't know. I've been doing it for a couple years, and I've done really well, and I think the future's bright. I don't know. But last and not least, I'm back. I'm going to be uploading a couple of times a week. I'm going to do some vlog style videos. Like I said, we're about to close on a house. I want to capture that moment, kind of make that a dope edit. We're going to pop some champagne. We're going to get it lit. I just think it's something that I want to bring you guys all my life for. Like I'm at the turning point in my life where things start to become very very good, and I want to capture that because if you've watched my streams back in the day, you know I've always talked about that. I've always mentioned that I want to bring you guys through the journey of life, dude. Like through the kids, the family, the businesses, the money, like whatever happens, I want to bring y'all with me. So, um, I'm back. I'm gonna be uploading. I don't think I'll ever have like a normal upload schedule. I'm like every Tuesday, look for a video at 4. Like I don't think that's the thing, but I think you can just start to expect a couple of videos a week, and a lot of them right now. Since you know I'm kind of in this waiting period still, I'm about to break out and start doing stuff. A lot of them will probably be set down videos like this where I get your brain thinking. But we are gonna venture and do some bigger things. I'm gonna get some editors on the channel. We're gonna make things better than they are right now. But this is just the start of me saying I'm back, and I really fuck with and I really appreciate anyone that's watching this video that's here for this. And that's still rocking for me, man. I've been gone for a minute, but I think the wait's all gonna be worth it. Let's just say that. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming out to the video. Smash a like, leave a sub, turn the noties on. You don't want to miss any of these videos. Even like I said, you just play them while you banging your girl, while you're cooking dinner. I don't know, while you're watching football and it's boring or something. You know, throw the video on, give it a listen, and just get your brain sparking because that's really important. Thank you all for being here, man. I'll see you guys later. We outie.